Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Tyler here, and today I'm just going to show you what I eat as a runner. So before I get into it, I just have to say that I am on a vegan diet. I'm also a collegiate runner at Concordia University, St. Paul. And then I get asked a lot, what do you eat? You know, because a lot of times when people hear that I do the vegan diet, they ask me what I eat. And I always think in my head, or I say, if you can answer that question, like reasonably simply, you're probably not varying your foods enough, because you should be eating a lot of different types of foods. So to get started, I like to eat a lot of whole foods, you know, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. So this used to be a lot of fruit. I got it from a banquet because we didn't eat it all, but it's pretty empty now. But there's like blueberries in there, pineapple, cantaloupe, honeydew, what else? Grapes. So that's all good. I also just bought some more blueberries today. Gotta have blueberries. Helps with like inflammation and stuff. I got these little tomatoes in here. I also have like a big tomato that I slice and put on stuff. But this is good for like salads, which I make with spinach and lettuce and stuff like that. You can also put it on other stuff. Got some sweet potatoes. Just bought those recently. Actually, 2 of them. Boom. Got some corn. I don't usually just eat corn alone. I usually put it with other stuff. Then I got some carrots. I usually eat it with like hummus or peanut butter or something like that. I got a green pepper that I can put in some food. Always got the green beans handy. And then of course, gotta have bananas. They're cheap and they're good. Potassium's good for you. So yeah, I try to vary the fruits and vegetables I have in the house just so I get like a wide variety, but that's what I think that's all I have right now. Also, what I eat the most often as a runner, well, you need a lot of carbs, right? And you need protein. So I love to eat pasta. The simplest thing for me to make is just spaghetti. It's very cheap. I got this at Whole Foods, and it was like 99 cents, I think. And I usually make the whole thing at once, and then I eat half of it, and I put the other half in the fridge and eat later, so it's a little bit quicker. Then just pick a sauce you like. Got roasted garlic and marinara here. I like to go to Whole Foods sometimes and just buy their store brand stuff because it says right on the back if it's like vegan, which kind of saves me time. I also shop at Target sometimes, but a lot of times you don't know what brands are and aren't vegan, so then you kind of spend a lot of time like Googling stuff on your phone. It's kind of annoying. Also got to have a loaf of bread. I like to go with the whole wheat, you know, it's a little healthier. Obviously, I put peanut butter on that, but I eat that with pretty much a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll just have a spoonful of peanut butter. It's got protein. It's nice healthy fat, so that's good for you. And then with that, you gotta have the jelly, right? Obviously. I try to limit the amount of like meat and dairy alternatives I have, but I just bought these like deli slices. They're like turkey slices the other day, and this like diet cheese slices, so that's pretty good. And then also, I actually just bought this the other day. It's called Veganese. Basically, it's vegan mayonnaise. It's pretty good. I don't know. I put some pickles on there too, so it's a dank sandwich. Can't complain. And then like I would put some spinach or lettuce on it or whatever. What you're gonna notice is that a lot of like these foods are like mixed together and interact with each other in different ways. I'm gonna bring some back. You know, it wouldn't be a vegan diet if you didn't have tofu. You gotta go with the extra firm. I like to just put it with some like peanut and soy sauce and put it on the stove and cook it up. And then with that, you can put it on pasta. What I like to do is I like to make like burritos or tacos. So I always have tortillas. I'll usually put some rice in there. Obviously, you can't have tacos without the rice, right? And then this is out of the fridge. That's why it's wrapped all weird. But I put some black beans in there too. Sometimes with the tofu, or sometimes I'll just do beans or tofu, whatever I'm feeling. And then, like I said, back to this. Right here, the greens, dude. You gotta put the greens on the taco so it's like superfood, you know? You feel me? We're trying to be healthy here, okay? Also this, you slice it up with some onions, you know? Throw it on the stove with some olive oil. Ooh. Throw it on the taco, you're good to go. While we're talking about Mexican food, I have this enchilada sauce I put on that sometimes. And then I also have this thick and chunky salsa I'll put on there. And then you gotta have tortilla chips, right? Along with that, this is some more Daya cheese, but instead of sliced, it's shredded. So you can put that on some chips and put it in the microwave, or you can put it in like a taco. I've never actually put it in like a burrito, but they'd probably be pretty good, I'm assuming. You gotta get some almond milk, guys. I have this like original almond milk. It's just almond. I don't know. They got different flavors, okay? This is just unsweetened almond original almond beverage. I like this kind because it has vitamin D. This is also fortified with B12, which is important for people on a plant-based diet to pay attention to. It's got 25% of that, a little bit of vitamin A, some vitamin E. Yeah. This one actually doesn't have that much calcium, but this one does. It's got 45% of your daily value per 8 ounces, which is pretty good. It also has vitamin D, vitamin E. So yeah, just mix it up a little. This is the chocolate kind. I really like that. I usually have the chocolate kind just plain in a glass. With this, I'll put it with some cereal or whatever. This is what a box of cereal looks like. It's not very exciting. It's frosted wheat squares. It's whole grain. It's got some iron and good fiber. And then I also like buying this because it has 70% of your vitamin B12 just in 1 cup of it. So that's actually very handy. Has a lot of other B vitamins, folate, niacin, riboflavin, iron. It says it has 100% of your daily iron. I didn't even realize that. That's a lot. Typically, you'll be drinking this with some sort of milk beverage, which has calcium, which kind of blocks the absorption of iron. So you don't just want to rely on this with like some sort of milk to get your iron, but it's still cereal. You know, if you're hungry, you don't want to work too hard. It's just a nice little snack. And then this is kind of fancy. So I actually heard that this Aunt Jemima brand is very common. Oh, the light there, holy moly. But yeah, this brand is pretty common, and I heard that the original like variety flavor is vegan. So instead of using eggs, I can't remember what it was. It was like you do something with like a banana. I think you just mash up a banana, and I think you added some other thing to it. I don't remember. And then instead of like dairy milk, I just used almond milk. And I made pancakes. They were pretty good. Worth a try. And then when I don't feel like working that hard, I have these frozen waffles that I make. They're just pop them in the old toaster. Got some scissor, you know. And then you gotta have some orange juice. I like to have this with iron, like iron-rich foods. And it's also got some, it has 110 calories per 8 ounces. So as a runner, you need to make sure you're getting enough calories. So sometimes having a little juice helps. And then with this orange juice, it actually says on there that it's vegan, but a lot of orange juice isn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure most isn't. Something to do with like lamb or like lanolin from like a lamb or sheep or something like that. I don't really know what it is, but apparently they use that in orange juice, like the common brands, or most of them at least. So another reason why I just like going to Whole Foods is that they mark right there. There's like a V. You can see that. Oh, right there. Vegan. So kind of takes the guessing out of it. I love hummus. Hummus is so good. I like to eat it with these carrots or broccoli. I also have, this bag is almost gone, but I love eating it with pretzels too. You can also have it with peanut butter. This box is empty. I finished these pretty recently, but if you're on the go or you know you're not going to eat for a while and you're out of the house, you can get like a bar like this. I get these Lara bars or Lara bars or whatever. They're pretty good. I often bring them to practice with me, so right when I'm done running, I can have some food like immediately after. It's important to like eat shortly after working out so your body can recover, you know, optimally. So this is kind of a good thing to have. You gotta have oats. I mean, it's pretty simple. You kind of gotta have it. It's sort of like a requirement. And then you want to make sure you have chia seeds and flaxseed. You can put it on like cereal or sandwiches or really anything. You can just pour it in your mouth if you want, but they're good for you. Just super, I know chia seeds, superfood, you know, good for you. And then flaxseed is good because it has omega-3s and omega-6s. That's always good for you, right? If this isn't healthy, I don't know what is. It's super greens, dude. Gosh, it's so healthy. I feel so healthy when I eat these, you know? It's got some quinoa in there, millet, or millet, how should I say that? And buckwheat. I usually just have a bag of quinoa too, that's all gone. But same with the spaghetti, I'll often make like a bunch of quinoa or something like that, and then I'll like make a bunch of it and then eat however much I want, and then I'll save the rest for later. And then when I want to eat something, I don't have to like cook again, I can just heat it up again. What I like to do with quinoa is I'll make it and then I'll put some black beans and corn in there, and then I'll put some salsa on it and eat it with chips. It's kind of like a little, you know, Mexican dish. Dude, this next thing that I eat a lot of is nuts. Any type of nut is good, but right now I have a bag of almonds in the house. I'll switch it up. Sometimes I get the mixed nuts to kind of get a variety, but almonds are good. They got 6 grams of protein in a quarter cup. They have 50% of your vitamin E and 20% of your magnesium in just a quarter cup. So let's go nuts. Taco Bell. Here's some nutritional yeast. I love putting that on pastas or popcorn or just eating it by the spoonful. I don't really do that, but you could if you wanted to get the health benefits. It's got a lot of good stuff. So in 1.5 tablespoons, it has 8 grams of protein, 40% of your iron, 8% potassium, and then like thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, B6, folate, and zinc. Oh, sorry, not zinc, but all the ones I just mentioned. It has at least 200% of your daily value, up to 840% for some of them. So that's kind of crazy. And then vitamin B12, it has 1000% of your daily value. So if you're worried about getting B12, you definitely want to get some nutritional yeast. And then on top of that, it has 20% of your daily zinc, which is important. And then I love popcorn. I'm not on a diet, but I have this Skinny Pop. I just bought it at Target because it says right on the box that it's vegan, and I don't know what other brands are, so I just bought this. And then a few more of my personal favorites. I like non-dairy ice cream. When I go to Whole Foods, I get this kind. It's called chocolate chip peanut butter swirl. It's made out of almond milk. Ben & Jerry's also has a lot of good ones, and this is my favorite flavor that they have, so I would recommend. As you might have guessed, I haven't been a vegan my whole life. It's only been almost 2 years now, and before I started eating a plant-based diet, I loved to eat burgers, but I can't do that anymore because I stopped eating meat, and hamburgers, in case you didn't know, are made from cows. So I like to get little plant-based patties in my life. This one is a smoky and spicy kind. I haven't tried it yet, but any kind is good. Not all of them, but most of them are pretty good. The best ones are probably the Beyond Burger and the Impossible Burger. You can buy them at the store and they're really easy to make. And then I love French fries. French fries are really good. They're not that good for you, but I like them. And I have yet another Daya product. I didn't even realize. But apparently I love Daya food. Is that even how you pronounce it? I don't know, but they make good food, so I eat it. This is just vegan mac and cheese. It's really good. I would recommend it. So yeah, those are a lot of the foods that I eat. It's not all of them. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you want to make sure that you're eating a bunch of different kinds of foods so you get all the macro and micronutrients that you need to run fast. As far as supplements go, you got to have a B12 if you're going to do the plant-based diet. This one is a methyl type of B12. There's 2 different kinds, or maybe more, but I heard that the methyl kind was the best one, even though it says meth. Just ignore that. It's the better kind, I guess. And then a lot of runners gotta have a iron supplement. Runners are prone to iron deficiencies because of how much they're basically slamming their feet on the ground and destroying their red blood cells. And particularly if you're a lady runner, you but you probably are in need of an iron supplement. Definitely go to the doctor and get a blood test before you do or don't decide to take a supplement. But I got tested and I was in the healthy range, but I was kind of at the lower to moderate range of that. So I bought this Mega Food Blood Builder to kind of increase that level, so I'm more at the higher end. I haven't gotten tested in a while, but I'm hoping that it would have brought me up. And it's made out of beets, oranges, and broccoli. I don't really know how I came across it. I went to the vitamin shop, the one with the PPE. I went there, they recommended this, and it's been pretty popular, so I bought it, so I like it. And then make sure you have this with vitamin C. You gotta have it with like orange juice or something. And then I also recently bought these vegan omega-3s. The brand is ZenWise Health, and it's from algae. I haven't really tried seaweed. Maybe it's good. I actually have some. I bought it, but I never made it. I don't really know how to make it. I actually bought it when I was in another country, and the ingredients on the back are in a different language. So I don't know. I'm assuming you just fry it, or maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But this is not a bad idea. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Comment below if you have any questions or if you have any other recommendations for me. And remember to just eat a wide variety of healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes, stuff like that. Make sure you're getting enough calories, protein, carbs, fats. You guys will be good to go. Happy running, everybody.